It's Life FM Maz for the drive home on this Monday evening, and joined in the studio by a very special guest. Peter Javis is here from Shelterbox. Peter, welcome.
Hi, great to be here.
We've actually had you on this show before, but not in the flesh, not in person. So it's great to be able to chat about what you guys do, and you've actually brought in some of the equipment as well that you use at Shelterbox. Before we get into that, though, for anyone listening who has no idea what Shelterbox is or what you guys do, what is Shelterbox?
Shelterbox is a Rotary International partner project, and what it started as a partner project for one Rotary Club.
Wow.
In England. The Rotary Club of Helston Lizard decided to send emergency tents and equipment to an Indian earthquake, and that was in 2000. And since then, it has gone on and got bigger and bigger.
Wow.
And so now we've helped over 3 million people.
That's incredible.
Yeah, that is. It's amazing. And we send...
And that's worldwide.
That's
now.
worldwide, yes. Yeah. And that includes things like tents. We send out solar lights, which we'll talk about in a minute, mosquito nets, water filters, tools, tarpaulins, everything you need to be able to cope in a disaster.
Because I think that it's one thing to think, even here in Australia when we have floods or we have fires and people lose their homes, I think it's one thing to think, well, people don't have access to their belongings and they don't have access to the creature comforts, but they actually don't have access to anything, including those basics that you're talking about as well,
very
like clean
so.
Drinking water.
Yep.
That all goes. So that's where a company or that's where an organisation like Shelterbox comes in and actually makes a difference.
They do.
Yeah.
Yes, they really do. They've made a huge difference to a lot of people, and they're able to do it reasonably quickly.
Yeah.
It used to be our aid came in a big green box and you got everything.
Yep.
But since Rotary's had its focus now on the environment, the box was made of plastic, and the stuff inside the box was wrapped in plastic, and inside that stuff was more plastic. So we are now...
Lots of wastage.
Lots of wastage and plastic. So now we have a team that go out when there's a time of a disaster. They assess what's needed, and people get exactly what they need.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it really makes a difference.
So it's much more personalised, and it's like you say, it's giving those who are affected and impacted exactly what they need. So they're not ending up with things that they may not need or they may not use. Those resources can then be, distributed where they are needed. You've got in the studio here a couple of those items that you've brought in, and we're actually going to put this up online as well because we're videoing this. So what is this cube? This
funny-looking cube? Yeah. Well, let me light up your day.
Oh, wow. Lights up.
It's a solar-powered light.
Okay.
So that's a big solar panel.
That is so cool.
And it has lots of different levels, so you can get dinner ready and then you can drop the light down a little bit and then get the kids to bed and still be able to see, or it can be an emergency beacon.
So this is something that obviously if it's solar powered, it doesn't need electricity, it doesn't need batteries or anything like that. It's something that is going to last a long time as well.
Yes.
And it relies on energy from the sun.
Yeah. But what's really important in times of a disaster is the ability to communicate.
Yeah.
And we know there are more mobile phones than people in the world.
Oh, is that actually a stat? Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
It's got a USB.
Oh, wow.
So that USB there gives you the ability to be able to charge your phone. So you could probably use it for yours now.
Yeah, because I'm charging my phone as we speak because it was on 1%.
so that gives you, that's one of the, and of course, because it floats.
Can people purchase these as well?
They are, if you can buy them, but not the ones that we have. These ones actually are especially for us.
Yeah. But you were saying it floats, which is very cool.
Yeah, if you needed it to.
Okay.
The other thing that's important too is malaria is a killer in lots and lots of other third world countries. So we actually have mosquito nets that people are able to use to help with preventing malaria.
So you put these around the accommodation?
In the sleeping area.
In the sleeping area.
Yeah, there's a tent.
And it actually removes that risk because it is a real issue in some of those, like you said, those third world countries. Yeah. And even here in Australia, in some parts, malaria can be can be a risk as well.
Oh, it can, but it's not as risky here in Australia. The other thing I brought along, which is very interesting, is it's a water filter.
Oh, I was wondering what this big bucket was. So it's a giant bucket for you who you can see the video later. Obviously, this is not a visual medium, but it is a giant white bucket with a big tube kind of coming out of the side and this contraption on the top.
And it's a pump.
Oh, it's a bit like my manual espresso.
Yeah, a little bit like, from last week. Yes, I did see that.
I put up on Facebook and Instagram. That's what it reminds me of. My brain is always thinking about coffee.
Yeah, mine too. I haven't had one yet, so I'm...
How are you
coping? Yeah, I'm running out of caffeine beans, yes.
Oh my goodness, that's impressive, Peter.
But it does somewhere around about 20,000 litres before it needs a filter change.
So that is obviously going to be life-changing,
yes.
Particularly in third world countries. Is that something that only would be available to people in those countries during disasters, or can they access those, generally speaking, if they don't have access to clean
Normally
water?
It would just be within disasters.
Because of the resources, it's probably limited.
Because our resources are limited in being able to actually produce everything.
Yep.
And we've got lots of networks of other people just like me all over the world in all of the other Rotary districts. So it's about getting people involved in businesses, in Rotary clubs and general public to be able to donate to help us to be able to send more aid out.
Okay, so that's our next question here. Before I let you go, Peter, for anyone who's listening and they want to get involved either financially by making a donation, but particularly by actually doing what you do and then maybe putting their hand up and helping out with this organisation, how can they find out more and actually get involved?
Well, www.shelterboxaustralia.org is our website address. If you stuck, just Google Shelterbox and Shelterbox Australia, and you will. And the other thing too is getting in touch with their local Rotary club. Yeah, there are lots of Rotary clubs in Adelaide. They're all doing help. They're helping where they can, and we're actually doing a big. It's the 25th year of Shelterbox, and we're having a big dinner.
Amazing. When's this?
6th of September.
Okay, so that's still a few weeks away. In Adelaide?
Yes, in Adelaide.
Okay.
Yeah, Rotary Club of Campbelltown are hosting it.
Fantastic.
So we've got the CEO coming over to speak. So so that's a bit of a coup.
Yeah.
So very, very pleased about that.
That's so good to hear. And I mean 25 years of this as well. And I know I need to let you go, but very quickly, we actually did a big event about maybe 5 or 6 weeks ago called Op Till You Drop. I don't know if you heard about it.
I heard that, yes.
I was so listening to that, yeah. And one of our amazing Rotary clubs here in Adelaide, in fact, it was the Adelaide Rotary Club, the Op Shop was there with some goodies to sell on the day, and they were amazing. And it got me sort of thinking a little bit more about Rotary, the background of Rotary. How did Rotary actually come to be? Can we go into, I know we're going on a tangent here.
No, that's okay.
Little history lesson. Well,
1905.
You know your stuff. You're not looking at any notes.
1905, Paul Harris and 3 other fellow lawyers met in Chicago, and they decided to rotate the meetings between their offices, and so it became Rotary, and they became a service organisation, and their very first project was to build a toilet block.
Amazing.
Yeah, so, and it has just grown and grown and grown. I mean, the Rotary Club of Adelaide celebrated their 100th.
Actually, I think it was in the Life Diary.
Yeah, it was last year, I think.
Yeah.
I went, but I've done so many other things since then.
You're fine. And you haven't had your coffee yet.
Yeah, and I'm still recovering from a 4,482 kilometre drive to Alice Springs.
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
You've been so busy.
Yes, that's what I use my school holidays for.
Okay, there you go. Peter, thank you so much for coming in and for chatting about Shelterbox and about Rotary, but more than that, for the work that you're doing.
Thank you.
Just incredible. And it's such an awesome opportunity for anyone who's looking to maybe give back to the community or to get out there and do something tangible to support those in need. Check out Shelterbox online. It's part of Rotary as well, and it's a great organisation. And you've been a big part of. Actually, I won't So get involved and head to Google and
Yeah.
check out Shelterbox.
Yeah, well, I mean, God did inspire us to do that sort of stuff. Micah 6:8.
Yes.
Love
My
God.
favourite.
Yeah, and be humble and serve.
Yep.
That's
Act justly.
yeah.
Love
Act
mercy.
justly, love mercy.
And walk humbly with your
Your God.
Yeah, so good.
That's part of my my thing, I think. So,
So good. Peter Jarvis, thank you so much, and all the very best with
Thanks.
Shelterbox.
Thank you.